We've all been there. It's, yeah. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and the only thing that you want to do is go back to bed. And then you have to worry about your responsibilities. Maybe you got kids, maybe you got to get up for work, and the last thing that crosses your mind are usually two things. Most of the time, skipping breakfast and getting proper exercise. For a producer or somebody who is primarily a hardcore gamer, meaning that is what you spend most of your time doing, that is a very big deal to us. It's really important that you build awareness to your own health and that you figure out how to become more aware of your body, because it will tell you things. If you need something, generally like a nutrient or something, and you listen to your body well, it will actually tell you what it needs. It's just kind of learning the language of that, which is pretty fascinating if you think about it. Today I'm going to be talking about a realistic approach to fitness for music producers and or gamers. And what I mean by that is I totally understand how difficult it is if you've never gotten any exercise before in your life, or you've never gone to the gym. You want to get fit but you don't know where to start. And so I'm going to cover just a couple of key things, and then I'll show a few exercises that are regarding our abdomen and core. It's really designed to be achievable, and that's kind of the key term with this. If you're looking at fitness of like, oh man, I have to hit the gym every day and I have to do this and I have to, change my entire life, you are setting yourself up for failure. These exercises are designed for you to do them when you think of them, when you become aware of them. Now, you should always do a proper warm-up and all that, but we can talk about that in another video. I have 5 exercises for us that we can explore on how to work out your core when you're sitting waiting around for your video to render, or you're sitting around waiting to export your song, or you're waiting for your next Call of Duty match. Whatever floats your boat, So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first one that we've got is flutter kicks, and this one is one of the most basic things that we can do, but it'll get you and it will creep up on you, especially if you're not used to it. One thing that you want to keep in mind with this is you'll notice that I'm pointing my toes. It's not to look pretty, it's because I'm trying to activate my hip flexors and also my lower abdomen, and I go kind of fast. You can go at your own pace and do whatever you like, but typically I try to shoot from anywhere from 100 to 150. If 50 is what you got, then 50 is what you got. Don't worry about it. If you can do 25, then do 25. No worries. Second up, we have what's called in-outs, and it has kind of a similar setup, but we're still targeting that same kind of key area. But this time what you're doing is, instead of flicking your legs up and down, you are pulling your knees towards your chest and then pushing out kind of like a caterpillar. Take your time on this one until you get used to it. This is one of those exercises that creep up on you over time. For this one, oh god, this one is a bastard. This one sucks, but it's like one of those things that you do like 10 of and it just makes you burn like heck. It's called a chair sit-up. If you notice, I pulled out a chair. It's not because I need it, but it's to show that you can use one if you need it. And what I do is I cross my legs and bring my knees up, and then I do sit-ups that try to reach toward the ceiling, not towards my feet, ideally. At least when I was doing this, I thought I was reaching to the ceiling, but maybe my form's not perfect. But I typically shoot for 15 on each arm, and then after that I need to take a break because my upper abdomen is just on fire. So this one is kind of a cool one. It's not really something I've seen anybody else do, but it's one that I like to implement whenever I teach kids. It teaches really good control with your lower body and your midsection, and it's also a fun challenge once you kind of get used to it. But these are kind of like turning leg lifts. So what you do is you lay down on the ground and you start on one side of the chair, or any kind of, it could be an imaginary object, and you think about picking your legs up, picking your torso up, sort of like what's called a candlestick, where you pick your hips up off the ground and you place them on one side of the chair or the object. And then you do the same thing and place it on the other side. I try to keep my legs as straight as I possibly can, and I try to make sure that I push my hips up as high as I can go as well, because that's going to give me the most benefit of this exercise. If you can do 10, then you're doing pretty well. I usually shoot for about 20, and then I feel pretty good. Alright, so the last exercise that I do is a little bit of light cardio. It's nothing crazy, but I typically do anywhere from 100 to 150 of these. And what we do is, it's kind of like a Russian twist, but instead of putting our hands on both sides of the ground, we just throw what's called vertical punches. The reason why I throw vertical punches is because it helps create an elliptical, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. There's a reason why we do it in the martial arts that I train in. If you want to throw regular punches, it doesn't matter. Just throw punches. Basically, you try to keep your legs up, keep your toes pointed, and you just punch. And you can either do this for a time duration, or you can count to however many punches you want to do. For me, 2 punches count as 1 count. So if I throw a left and a right, that's 1. If I throw a left and a right, that's 2. Make sense? Do as many as you can. If you find yourself getting really tired, take a break. Don't feel like you need to push. These are really easy building blocks to help build your fitness up to tackle larger challenges without feeling like you are going to overdo yourself. And you'd be surprised how good you're going to feel after doing all this. It shouldn't kill you, but it'll feel nice. I always feel nice. Here are the results. This is what I look like currently in this day and age. Not trying to show off. I don't really like doing that, but this is something that I try to do at least 5 days a week, and I kind of eat whatever I want. So there you have it. Here are some exercises that you can do. I hope that these are all incredibly beneficial towards you. As far as like how often you should do this, it should be just whatever you feel like it. If you wake up and you're like, you know what, I want to do some exercises, just lay down on the floor and kick your legs a few times. If you want to take it further, or you want to create a schedule for yourself, then feel free to do that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time making this video, and it's something that I think is incredibly important for all of us. If this gets a good response and you guys want more information on overall fitness, then I'd be happy to make more content regarding this stuff. I really want to cover stretching. That's a big one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for all of your support. All of my patrons are awesome. Everybody on Twitch is super dope. I'm just having a great time. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time.